Good morning, traders. Welcome to this week's cryptocurrency market analysis webinar. I hope you all had a wonderful week. Right, so we'll be looking at some of the top 10 cryptocurrencies and how they've played out following the analysis last week and what we project going forward. Right, so if you look at the description of the videos, you'll find our contact details. You'll find links to our social media platforms. We've got new social media platforms that we've just launched. We are sharing a lot of charts there. You'll also find the chart of the week on those platforms. So if you follow us on Twitter, the link is right there. And like our Facebook page, we're posting a lot of charts there. Some charts as far back as 3 years ago, just to show some memories of some of the best trades that we've taken over the years. So it was very interesting to see on Facebook some of the charts that I posted up on social media 4 years ago pop up, showing how we've been doing the same thing consistently every single time. That is consistency, doing the same thing over and over. That's how you master it. Now let's get started with the analysis. Before that, those are the contact details, and make note, our next course is going to start from let me just check here, from the 3rd of August. So the next course starts from the 3rd of August. That includes cryptocurrency trading as well as Forex and other markets trading. So that is the Elliott Wave theory that it can be applied in any market, whether it is crypto, Forex, stocks, indices, you name it. So that is for the 3rd of August. Look out for that on the website. You can check it out on our website at elliottwaveprinciple.com, elliottwave-principle.com. Now let's start with today's analysis. We'll start with trade recaps, some of the trades that we've looked at in the last week. Let's start with Ripple. We looked at Ripple last week. Let's see how that has played out this week. Right, so this is what we looked at in the last week. This is a Ripple, and we'll see how Ripple has played out eventually. From a couple of weeks back, we've been only looking for pullbacks on the cryptocurrencies. We're looking for this three-wave structure in the green degree. As you can see here, we had Ripple looking for downside. That is how Ripple has played out, has dropped, and we are now almost close to target. Currently, Ripple has done this, looking for continuation to the downside. Looks like that target is going to be crushed. You'll see when we do the latest market update on that. Bitcoin as well, we picked up Bitcoin, forecasted that we're going to get a downside from when we're still at about 10,600 here. We're looking for downside. We have not really gone anywhere with Bitcoin. We've come here, we're busy correcting here. We're only now slightly in the positive, and then we'll be looking for continuation to the downside. We made an update on Bitcoin last week showing another entry here. This is how this one has played out, showing another entry here on the break of this structure, and that we have now dropped slightly. We're still continuing to the downside, so we keep forecasting downside. This is the latest update for last week. We have this one here. We have dropped slightly here, and we've dropped slightly here. We've pulled back again. We're looking for this to continue lower. We're nowhere near target, but it looks very likely that our target is going to be hit of about 7,000, 8,000 on Bitcoin. So we're busy correcting here. We're looking for downside. Now again, like we've been doing for the last couple of weeks, the cryptocurrencies are looking downside, and the only thing that you need to do is to pick up or to be able to get when to pull the trigger. Okay, so this is now Ethereum. We're looking for this one to drop, and if you look at Ethereum, that is where we were last week, has dropped slightly, has now made a corrective structure. We're still looking for a corrective structure. So you can see that these green corrective structures are playing out. So that's what we're looking for, and we'll be looking at this week. That is Litecoin as well, similar to Ethereum. We've got that. We pulled back here, and we've dropped. We were looking for another correction for downside. Now let's go through them individually. In a bit more detail than that. Let's have a look. So that's what we looked on the cryptocurrencies, and that's how they've played out. You can also find those on the members areas. Those that have got membership onto the website, they can actually look at those setups before they play out. Let's have a look. We'll start with Bitcoin. Let's have a look at Bitcoin. Now, this is Bitcoin latest structure. Now, like I said, let's have a look here. The theme is still for downside. This is a clear three-wave structure here on Bitcoin. We'll be looking for this one to push a little bit lower. Just if we just want to get one more confirmation here to confirm that Bitcoin is going to drop. It's not really confirmed according to our structure, but we can see it's very likely that we're going to continue to the downside. Why are we looking for Bitcoin to continue to the downside? Let's remove all the labeling here so we can just see the structure only. Those that have been following these videos, they will realize that this is when we started looking at Bitcoin downside. We didn't just look for this to come down now. We forecasted this upside in 3 waves first, which we wanted to just come and take the top, which has happened. Watch the previous videos, and you'll see that we were looking for this move to come down in 3 waves as well. That is the 3 waves that we're looking for on Bitcoin. Now, this can make a running flat or an expanding flat. Either way, we will be looking for this one to continue higher after reaching the target. Now, we are here, just need to get that confirmation. Now, be careful, if this is coming down correctively, this is not a nice trade to be in. As you can see, from the beginning of June, that's what we have been doing. The whole month of June, it has just been coming down correctively like that, and it may still do this structure. Watch out for this, 1, 2, 3. We started with up here, we can bounce up for 1. There's a possibility for that, but eventually, as long as you are able to hold, you should be coming down to this level and hit our target at about 8,000, 7,600. So that is Bitcoin, that is the structure. 1, 2, 3 wave structure. Can it make an expanding flat and break to the upside? Very likely. All we're gonna do is keep looking for continuation patterns to the downside. And that is the theme for all the cryptocurrencies. Now, looking at Ethereum, as you can see, Ethereum, we've got this 3 wave structure, 1, 2, 3. Internally here, you had 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 here, 1, 2. What should happen here? You must drop. That is what we're looking for on Ethereum. What's going to happen after that? We've been looking at these to be a expanding flat or a running flat. So we'll look for this one to drop. It really doesn't matter what this top, which one is the orthodox top here. So let's have a look here. If this is the orthodox top, the current move here, we could have this one all the way as the start of the corrective structure. That could even make a double, doesn't matter. This is just long-term focus. For now, we're only worried about the next immediate move, which is this one to the downside. That is Ethereum, and Litecoin is similar. Let's have a look at Litecoin. We've got setups for downside on Ethereum, Litecoin, 1, 2, 3 wave to the upside. And we're gonna drop. So this one may even do 1 up before we drop here. Same as Bitcoin, we've got 1, 2, we're coming down here. We can drop here and make this corrective structure 1 up before we drop. That will be an ABC corrective structure here, then we drop. Okay, why are we looking at that structure on Litecoin? Let's have a look. Litecoin, just like Bitcoin and other cryptos, when we made this first impulse, we focused that it was going to make a move to the upside and drop. Now we've dropped in 3 waves, up in 3 waves. Now we're coming down in 3 waves. Looks like this is another 1 to the downside, and we're going to have this 1, 2, 3 wave structure before a move to the upside. We're not worried about this move yet, but it will be a nice one when we get a confirmation for upside. For now, we just want them to come down to this level, break the lows, and we start looking for upside. That is Litecoin. We've already looked at Ripple. We're just looking for continuation to the downside to hit our target here on Ripple, very close to target. As you can see here, we've got a corrective structure. We're looking for this one to just drop here. We were looking for this purple corrective structure. We're looking for this one to drop here. It may even crash this a bit lower before reversing. That is Ripple, a very nice trade on Ripple there. Looking at the rest of the cryptocurrencies, let's look at Bitcoin Cash. Bitcoin Cash is also looking downside. All the cryptos are looking downside. I'll show you which ones are not. 3 waves is a pulsing move, and then 3 waves down, 3 waves up. We're going to be looking for this one to at least come down to this level. Is this going to reverse all the way? This one has got a very likelihood of making a push to the upside and 1 more down before pushing to the upside, and this will be the corrective structure. So Bitcoin Cash looking for 1 more down. Okay, Bitcoin Satoshi version. We've got to move to the downside here. Let me just show you first the pulsing move. There is a pulsing move, even if you don't see it correct nicely because of the spike there. Then you've got these 3 waves down, you've got these 3 waves up. What's happening here? This is going sideways, not really showing anything. We can get something like that before dropping to the downside. Why are we looking for that? going to drop up, and then we get this corrective structure. One more down, only then will this be a complete structure like that. Okay, so that is a Bitcoin Satoshi version, a bit of sideways, but eventually we want a slight drop first before a move to the upside. Zcash looking for downside. This is a corrective structure here. It's a corrective structure. You're going to be looking for this one to come to the downside. Let's have a look at the overall corrective structure here. We saw the 5-wave move, the 3-wave move to the upside. If you follow the yellow, that is the yellow degree, and you'll be looking for this one to make a deeper corrective structure, something like that. So for now, we're still looking for continuation to the downside. This one is going to give us this corrective structure, and we're looking for downside on Zcash. Monero is pretty interesting. Now, structurally, Monero should give us a correction in upside, but the indicator is showing otherwise. We've got a 3-wave move here on Monero. We've got a pulsing move here like that. We've got another pulsing move. We should see this one come down correctively. If it does that, then it's going to show continuation to the downside. Now, what will that do? That will be a 1-2 possible push to the upside and downside. As you can see, I've put in a number of moves that we don't need to worry about so many moves. We just have to take the next immediate one. When that one is done confirming, then we take the next immediate one until the corrective structure. Then we can start trading this, and we can trade the big ones. That's how you take it step by step, because the next immediate move has got enough data for us to forecast. Right, so and then Tron. Now Tron, I just need to make an update here from what we were looking for on Tron the last week. Tron had made this 3-wave corrective structure in the last week, which we were looking at as a WXY structure. And when it made this move to the downside, this pulsing move, and looking at this corrective structure, we expected this to drop like that. So that structure has changed. So that is on Tron. It looks like we've got a pulsing, a pullback here. We're looking at this one to be a sideways move. Let's see how far Tron will get up to this level if we're going to get a corrective structure before we drop. But for now, Tron is looking upside. Tron is showing signs of upside. If it breaks higher than this, Tron will be giving us a structure like this. So watch out for an entry here when you've got a confirmation according to your strategy. If you're in a group, you know the strategy that we use for confirmation. Dash, still looking for downside, a clear regular flat, textbook regular flat in this case. On Dash, we're looking for this one to continue lower. Right, so how far will it go? We're looking for this to do a 3-wave structure like this. That's why we're still looking for continuation to the downside on Dash. And that is a similar structure with the rest. We've made a pulsing move, as you can see here, and now it's a 3-wave corrective structure. Is this done? Are we going to make a move to the upside? We may, and only just up to this level and drop again before pushing higher. That is Dash. Right, Omisego. Omisego is looking downside, as you can see as well. Omisego just needs to confirm, but this is going very slowly. So we may just be getting one here, comes with divergence on the RSI and then upside. Let's just have a look at the RSI and see if there is some indication of any divergence. There isn't really indication of any divergence. We're still looking for one more down, but if divergence does come, we will see the RSI keeping on making higher highs. For now, we're still looking for one more down on Omisego. Golem, downside as well. Corrective structure, confirmation, you're looking for downside, right? And Binance, downside, clear downside. Be careful with this one. If you're taking this one, you're very close to a structural level. We can see this is making a corrective structure. We can drop here. Remember, our indicator does not tell you how far the move is going to go. It tells you when to enter and when there's going to be a reaction. So what is that reaction? Is it going to be a corrective one or an impulsive one? That you need to determine by using the Elliott Wave forecasting technique. So we've got this one here. This is coming down correctively. The reason why I'm saying this is tricky is because from right here, this can break a little bit lower and make a bounce here and give us this big corrective structure. So as much as you can get an entry for downside here, it's a very risky one. It's too low to sell here on Binance. Right, and then we've got Link here. Lastly, that is Link. is showing also downside on Link. We've got 3 waves down here, got to move to the upside. Link can push one up here before we pull back here. If it pulls back like this, then we're going to be looking for this one to continue higher. The same way this happened here, we're going to be looking for continuation to the upside. Every time we get a continuation pattern, we push to the upside. As you can see, this is another one here. It's a 3-wave corrective structure, and then we continue to the upside. As you can see, 3-wave correction, push to the upside. 3-wave correction in the lower degree, upside. 1, 2, 3, bigger degree, upside. 1, 2, if we get this one, we expect again upside. So the theme is for pullbacks on the cryptocurrencies and then a push higher. This was a deeper corrective structure here. Looks like a deeper one here, but that's a move to the upside. So that is what we're looking at. Most of the cryptocurrencies are pulling back. Look for pullbacks, those pullbacks, and then the big moves will be coming. Long term, the cryptocurrencies look like they're gonna shoot to the upside. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button so you can get a notification next time we upload a video. Cheers, everybody. Have a great week. Trade responsibly. Bye-bye.